Hi, this is Amanda Jiang. I'm a student at NYU Florence. Since I live in Florence, so I want to do a brief introduction for the most important landmark in Florence called Santa Maria del Fiore. It's usually referred as the Duomo. The official name of it is Saint Mary of the Flower. Okay, the next slide. I want to do an overview of the cathedral first. So during the time that it was built, it was the largest church in Europe when it was completed in the 15th century. It took them about 140 years to build. And the cathedral was started in 1296 by the architect Alfonso di Campio. And then we go to the historical context of the Duomo. Um, there were three reasons for the Florentines to build this huge church. The first reason is that there was such a growing population and economy due to their development in the wool industry. So basically, they have a lot of money to show their wealth in this grand cathedral. And the second reason is that the Santa Deparata Cathedral, their old church, was considered too small for such a wealthy city like Florence. And the third reason is that the neighboring towns of Siena and Pisa was building grand cathedrals during that time. So basically, Florence wants to outshine them by this Duomo. Okay, and then I'm gonna introduce you the two frescoes on the wall. So the one on the left is John Hawkwood, and the one on the right is Nicola da Tolentino. So one thing that we need to notice about these two are that they're not religious images, but civil images. So they are military leaders during that time. Um, the left one was painted by Paolo Uccello in 1436. It's depicting a mercenary general named Sir John Hawkwood. And the one on the right is painted by Andrea del Castagno. It's another equestrian monument. So we can see that these two frescoes are very similar. They have a similar size, similar format. It's clear to see the painters during that time intended to make this two almost like symmetrical images. And then I want to show you this painting of Dante. So this painting depicts Dante during exile from Florence due to his political beliefs, and he actually died in a town called Ravenna. So in an attempt to make up for this ill treatment of one of the literature's great poets, the Florence Cathedral pays homage with this wall of frescoes to depict Dante in the background of Florence City. And you can see on the very right of the painting, you can see the dome of the Duomo that we're talking about. So yeah, so the background is an overview of the city. And then I want to go to the dome, the very famous part. This dome was built by architect Filippo Brunelleschi, and the diameter of the dome is almost exactly the same as the Pantheon in Rome. It's 43 meters in diameter. And the fresco painting was done by two artists. They are Giorgio Vasari and Federico Zuccari. So So this picture is a depiction of the very central area. So you can see it's Christ rising in glory. Also, his eyes are looking toward the light as a symbolization of the Father in Trinity. And also, you can see on our right, there is an angel handing a sword to Jesus. But Jesus turns his left hand away from the sword because the sword is the sword of judgment, and Jesus has come not to judge the world, but to give redemption and save the world. That's the reason why he did not take the sword. And below the uh, below the whole Jesus figure, we can see three female figures. From the left to the right, they are the theological virtue of hope, charity, and faith. Also, we can see that charity is placed in the middle and is elevated as the highest, which indicates that charity is the most important among all virtues. Okay, now we go to our last one. So you can see on the right side of this image, there's a skeleton breaking his scythe. This is symbolization that death has come to an end, and the scythe that symbolizes death and killing is no longer useful. So this is a demonstration that during the time of apocalypse, there will be no more death or sorrows or tears, and we will return to live in glory with Christ if we have followed Him in His life. Yeah. So this is the message that the image of the skeleton shows us. Yeah. So um, now we're come to an end of my presentation. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you.